you got your dick in the fucking trunk, because, you know, you're not going to have your dick on you just in case you get picked up, going for hookers. So you got your dick in the trunk. You're looking, you give the girl fucking eye contact, all of a sudden the fucking cop car comes out. He goes, oh, an officer. He goes, oh, sir, it's 2 in the morning. You're on Lancashire here. You just wave to that girl. You know she's a prostitute. You know she's another. Officer, I'm clean. My dick is in the trunk. Look, baby. Look. Oh, whoa, sir. I didn't realize your dick's in the trunk. Yeah, I'm clean, baby. No dick on me? Oh, well, fuck, go right ahead. I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't know your dick was in the trunk. Well, you take it easy. I'm sorry. Take it easy. Yeah, high five. Always. Good. Man, guys, I would have my dick, you know, fucking, first off, my dick would be big as this. Be that long. Because I have a bunch of dicks. I have multiple dicks. I would have a dick. You know how motherfucking rappers got them fucking baseball hats and tennis shoes? And you go to MTV fucking trips and motherfuckers like, yo, what up, bitches? Check out, I got rooms in the rooms. Rooms in my rooms, bitches. Check out my Nikes. What up? What up, bitches? You know, when I feel like I'm like, yo, what up, man? Black, how you doing? I got rooms in rooms. Come on in. Let me show you. This is a special room. I don't get started. See this room? This is the room where I got the special clothes. I know the little clothes. Why? Because inside this room, I got another room. Watch this. Voila! It's my dicks. Huh? Dicks. There you go, MTV. This is my dick room. My room in the room. This is the dick room. Let me tell you something. I got 1,700 dicks in this motherfucker. There ain't no performer out there got more dicks than me. I got black dick. I got 17 black dicks with records on. And I'm not black. Shit. Don't tell the girls. The lights go out. As long as I keep my eyes closed, take out the crappy black dick. It's all good. Right there, I got about 41 Chinese dicks. It's hard to see them. They're so small. Yeah, you gotta go. Sometimes they get covered by big black dicks, but they're there. I don't like to be discriminatory, so I do got my fair share of them cheeky dicks. But I know MTV. This is called being a player. This is called being a player with all the moves. When you got room in a room full of dicks. Talk to you guys later. Go on TV breaks. It's Rob Black in the room with a room full of dicks. God damn it, ladies and gentlemen. I would just be, man, I would have black dick, fucking Chinese dick. The Chinese dick would just be for when I'm fucking people. Then I'd be like, I come home, I'd be like, hey, kids, you want to relax it? Yeah. Here we go. You ready? Let's go. I'm like, really, I'm sorry. Let me get out calm for you. Oh, God, let's go do some anal. Oh, it's not big enough for the anal. Fuck. All right. Let me get it up. I have to do that again. That'd be fucking awesome. Shit. I did the upgrade where you get 2 dicks. You get one here. Then you kind of hit both spots. You do your own TV. You're like, all right, here we go. Right? And you just go, oh! Fuck, man. I don't know. Maybe we could get somebody to invent that. You know, fuck this Middle East piece. I want fucking detachable penises. I want a room of dicks. I want a dick room. I got dick clothing. Just dicks. Detachable penises. I'd be like, I'd be all like, wait, you got any dicks? I'd be like this. Guys. Yeah, I know, like, I'd be like this. Hey! Who's talking about my dick? This ain't funny. Alright, guys? It ain't funny. Somebody's fucking with my dick. Alright? This ain't a fucking toy, kids. Alright? The kids can steal my dick. I'm like, guys, everybody seen Dan's dick? Yeah, his dick's off. You guys know Monty took all my dicks 10 years ago. Guys, kids, stop fucking around. Guys, you all know I told you the story when Mommy came in and took all the dicks from the room to the room. Yes. Guys, you know that old broken dick is mine. Where's my dick? God damn it! What? Oh, there's my fucking dirty ass dick. It's all like this. It's in a bag. You know, like this, right? Cookies. So it's like that. I'm like, come on, guys! Stop fucking around. You're all gonna get proud. It's the only fucking dick I got. Sick. General, where's your dad's dick? Yeah, I know, it's funny, I know. Alright, come on. Where's my dick? Where's your brother? Really? Really? What you're saying is you guys are playing with my dick, throwing it around the house. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're playing. Let's score touchdowns with Dad's dick. Okay, listen, guys. I swear to God, I'm gonna ground you, General, and I'm gonna ground your brother. Where's your brother? Where's your brother? Where did he just go? He was just here. Where'd he go? Where? He's going to get my dick. Oh, he's not going. Where'd you? He left. General, where's my dick? Okay. What's my dick? Where are you going? Guys, seriously, I ain't fucking around no more. Just because you guys are out of high school doesn't mean you can fuck around and take my dick. I swear to God, you will not get your cock. Where? It's in the... You put my dick in the grocery bag? Are you fucking serious, you guys? This is... You don't do that to your... God damn it. Really, guys? Really? You put my dick in here with Safeway crackers? Where's my dick? Great, guys. I don't see my dick. Oh. Thanks, guys. Fucking smart asses. Thanks. Oh. And you broke it, my fucking piss tube. Thanks, assholes. Thanks. I give you guys an education, and you fucking thanks. It's rough.
That is detachable penis, ladies and gentlemen. So we're on Black Show, and we are here. And we are live, and as always, beaming to you high atop the the soon-to-be renovated Star Garden Strip Club. I shit you not. I think they're, yeah, I would say we're in day 3 of renovations of the Star Garden Strip Club. Right now, they're in the process of making this place, I would call it Caesar's Palace. As soon as they're done, it will no longer be Star Garden's Strip Club. I'm just going to refer to it as a Caesar's Palace. That's it. Because that's what's going on right now. We have Caesar's Palace going and being built as we speak. It's awesome. Now I see the sawing equipment is outside my window, so we'll probably have to do what we did yesterday, which is shut the window, open the window, shut the window, open the window. But hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's what we got to do to have this show, and we will persevere. And like I said yesterday, this stuff doesn't bother us anymore. After a year and a month of doing this, it's all fly, baby. It's just nothing. Easy. So, fuck, if you hear a little sawing, don't worry. Nothing bad is happening except renovations to soon-to-be Caesar's Palace. So, did you guys have a good last night, evening, something? Did you guys have a good day, something? Did anybody have anything good going on? Seriously, did anybody do anything exciting? I mean, at this point, does anybody do anything exciting at all? If you do, can you tell me? I would love to know. If you don't do anything exciting, I'd love to know that. But let's together talk about a couple things. I get emails and also get phone calls, or I should say texts, because everybody knows I very rarely will pick up the phone unless you are extremely important. And people will ask me, Rob, why do you talk about other websites? Why do you talk about AVN? Why do you talk about XBiz? Why do you talk about your favorite Mike South? And I say to them, are you not educated? There it is. There you go. Caesar's Palace. It's being built. It's like on cue, wasn't it? It hurts that I'm laughing. On fucking cue. Caesar's Palace. There it is. Being built. Oh, guys, when you say we got there, our landlord, he's building fountains. There's fucking there's going to be a forum shops here. Seriously, it's going to be like it's I can only equate it to being as beautiful as the forum shops, except you know how in the Caesar's Palace at the forum shops you're in the kind of the Venice setting, and you're in those boats and you're paddling down the canals. Here, there's no boats. It's just old, beaten up cars. And you have a guy that kind of steers you down this murky, dark, scary alleyway. And there's just bums and hookers and disease-ridden people scattered throughout this journey. And you're just going down, and he's like your tour guide, and there's these shops, and they aren't selling Gucci or selling Chanel. What they're selling is crack, heroin, different types of opiates. There's some places that are having donkey shows, It's a beautiful thing. It's just beautiful. And that's what will be in the basement of the newly renovated Star Garden. So there's no forum shops going on. They're called crack shops. And I want you to be excited about this, because I'm excited. And in about 6 months, it will be ready. So, again, don't mind the sawing. It's great. I'm cute, motherfuckers. Like, so, let me backtrack. Let me moonwalk backwards. So, I said to the people who hit me about these things, rather it was the phone call, the little text, or the email. And I said to them, I said, well, do you read or do you watch, do you read the newspaper? And they went, no. And I said, okay, do you watch television other than some reality show on MTV? And they went, what do you mean? And I said, well, do you watch any news shows like MSNBC that has Rachel Maddow or Chris Matthews? And they went, who's that? And I went, okay. I went, have you ever watched Jon Stewart or the Colbert Report? And they went, I heard of the Colbert guy. He's taking over for Letterman, right? And I'm like, yes, okay. I go, okay, we're getting close. I go, these programs are political style shows. They talk about current events and the politics of our country. And I said, they are on every night or every day, depending on your time zone, and they reference other programs or other news reports that are the opposite view of theirs. And they've made a, I don't know if it's living a word, but they've made their program based on dispelling the bullshit from these other organizations. And they went, I don't follow you. And I said, okay. I go, take Jon Stewart, for example. I go, Jon Stewart is on Comedy Central. He has a half-hour program. But that's it. He's got a half-hour program, which means it's 22 minutes long when you take out the commercials. I go, the first 5 or 6 minutes of his program, he literally will talk about Fox News. He literally will pick out something that Fox News has done, and he will completely trash what they have said and show the American people that they are completely retarded, they are completely ass backwards, and they are completely horrific and horrible for this country. And they went, oh, okay. And I said, Stephen Colbert, I said, when he got the job as the replacement for David Letterman, I go, didn't you notice there was these media reports from Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity and Bill O'Reilly being outraged? And they went, yeah. I said, okay. The reason that is because Stephen Colbert, his show, specifically targets Rush Limbaugh and Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity and Fox News, and actually bases a half-hour program on mocking those characters, where he is a Republican right-wing commentator who has a show that is a Republican right-wing show, just like Bill O'Reilly and Fox News, and he portrays them as so ignorant and stupid, but yet with a straight face, as if there is no joke, as if he's being completely serious. And the right-wing establishment is very upset because their feeling is this person and him getting a job on CBS, which is not cable. CBS is available to anybody in the United States that doesn't want cable and wants to get one of them magic antennas that you see sold for $19.95 at 4 o'clock in the morning, and all you got to do is plug it into your basic TV, and voila, you've got 58 HD channels. They don't tell you that 40 of them are like these Korean, Japanese, fucking Armenian weirdo, fucking bizarro land channels, and you still only get CBS, NBC, ABC, and Fox if you want to tolerate anything. But nonetheless, anybody can get these channels with basic TV. So their concept was, if Stephen Colbert does his shtick on CBS, where he's bashing Fox News and Bill O'Reilly, then all of a sudden, instead of a 4 million audience on cable, you have potentially 100 million audience on basic television, and now you could actually influence some of those lower income people who don't have access to cable TV, who only have access to radio and things like that, where they just hear a Rush Limbaugh and a Sean Hannity spew ignorant lies for 7 hours a day. And with this Stephen Colbert being on CBS, all of a sudden you have a Democrat to actually dispute the bullshit for an hour. And they went, I kind of get it. I said, so. I said, my program is basically a political program. We are very similar to that of Bill Maher. We're very similar to that of Stephen Colbert, The Daily Show, Jon Stewart, as we talk about political events that are happening in the world. And more importantly, we talk about the politics and the inner workings of the adult business, which is what we are from. And if you take our adult business and base it off of a microcosm of what you see in mainstream when it comes to CNN, Fox, CNBC, Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity, I go, we are very similar. We have our own little world in this Los Angeles area called the San Fernando Valley, Porn Valley. And all across this valley and all across this United States, and really the world is that we know, whether it's Germany or Japan or wherever else we get some pornography from, we have people, pundits, talkers, that run their mouths about the business. And we have people that are based here in LA, being AVN and XBiz. We have people like Mike South, being based in Georgia. You have sites like Lucas Back, run by Kelly Roberts, who I think is based in Texas. You have the Real Porn WikiLeaks, Sean Tompkins, who's based in Texas. You have that Donnie Long guy who's got Porn WikiLeaks, who's based wherever the fuck he is. You have all of these people And you have to look at everybody as, oh, that's CNN. Oh, that's Rush Limbaugh. Oh, that's Chris Matthews. Oh, that's Rachel Maddow. Oh, that, because everybody has a different spin and a different talking point on the industry. And you could have one issue, something as simple as condoms, or as simple as crush videos, or as simple as the XRCO Awards show, and have 10 different opinions about that issue. Just like in politics. You would think in politics, money for our troops to buy better tanks and better machinery, and when they come home, they get better health care. You think that's like a no-brainer. But you could get 10 different politicians, 10 different political pundits, and 10 different radio talk show hosts that will give you their own take, and you'll listen to all of them and go, is everybody talking about the same fucking issue? So, in turn, our program is basically the Rush Limbaugh. And I say Rush Limbaugh because Rush Limbaugh is still the biggest political show when it comes to politics. And Bill Maher is second. But Limbaugh is still the first because he's on every day for 3 hours a day. He shows up to all the political conservative think tank meetings. He's still somebody that is extremely involved in influencing politics, and it's somebody that they listen to. So I consider our program being that voice that is heard the loudest and the most, and on a democratic, non-whack job Limbaugh front, the show that actually cuts through all the bullshit, like a Bill Maher, and speaks the truth. So we have the size and the voice of a Limbaugh-esque, where we talk for 5 hours a day, morning and night. Our website is got the most traffic. Take all your Alexa rating bullshit. We only go by server stats. That's all we do. We go by server stats. And I've said it here, and I'll say it again. I openly challenge Mike South to put his server stats against our server stats any day of the week. Just like I've openly challenged him to produce his Georgia OSHA inspectors, and he never steps up to any of these things. I challenge, okay? So our reach is that of a Rush Limbaugh that has 600 radio stations and 5 hours a day and so forth and so on. But our message and our no-nonsense approach to actually deciphering all of the bullshit is that of a Bill Maher, that of a Chris Matthews. So this show talks about XBiz. We talk about AVN, and we talk about Mike South. And that's exactly what we're supposed to do, because this is a political show. We're not sitting here putting up press releases from porn companies or media events to fucking jerk ourselves off. We're not AVN, we're not XBiz, and we're not Mike South. We're not going to put a press release up about Evan Stone's comedy tour to the Palomino Club with fucking Caden Cross, that loser. You know, we're not going to do what AVN did, XBiz did, and Mike South did. We're not going to post up a press release for XRCO and tell people they could go buy the photos like XBiz did, AVN did, and Mike South did. We're not going to do a report about Chase Bank dropping porn people as clients like AVN did, XBiz did, Mike South did. We're not going to fucking sit here and do a story about Bellinox like AVN did, XBiz did, AVN. It's not. We're not going to put these press releases and be the same site that all three of those sites are. Now, we might talk about Bellinox, but we're going to talk about her in the context of porn stars who claim to be college educated with diplomas. Remember that word, diplomas. It's one thing to go take a college class for a semester. It's another thing to walk out of that college with a piece of paper that has your real name on it and says you just graduated with this degree that you can now hang up in your fucking office that says congratulations. You completed 4 years of our university and here's your fucking paperwork to show and prove to the world that you did this. Now go get a job in corporate America. We'll do a story based on that where we use Bellinox as a piece of a bigger story, but we're not going to just run press releases like Mike South, AVN, and XBiz. And we're not going to make up bullshit lies and just say, well, we have an anonymous source, or here's what the story is. And it's all bullshit, like Mike South. People who claim that what we say is a lie, I have yet to find any of them to dispute what we've said. And that's from Mike South to AVN to even everybody's favorite loser, Bill Margold, where he prints over and over on his Twitter feed, and we've calculated by adding up, he's tweeted about Rob Black in an excess of 600 times. Lies. He prints lies. But he's never sat there and took the time on his Twitter feed and said, lie number 1, blank, 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 blank. Lie number 2, blank, 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 blank. Because they can't. Because what we say are not lies. When we point out truths, people will say they're lies because the truth fucking hurts. The truth stings them like a fucking bee. And they go, ah! But at the end of the day, it's the truth. And they hate that. So the only thing they can say is, oh, Rob Black is just a liar. I've seen Mike South say that, oh, Rob Black does not, his site does nothing but produce inaccuracy and lies. Okay, what? What? We will sit here every day, and when we see something that Mike South prints that is a lie, we come out and say, that's a lie, ladies and gentlemen. Here's why it's a lie. When AVN prints something, we say, here is a lie. This is why it's a lie. Why is it asking too much for these same people to give us the fucking respect that if they're going to call us liars, to say, he lied about this? But they don't, because what we say about these people or these issues are not lies. When I sit there and I say, Nina Hartley is not a fucking nurse. She is not a registered nurse that went to 4 years of college, graduated from a university, and can get recertified today by taking a test and working in a fucking hospital. That's a fact. Now, if that's a lie, prove me wrong. Very simple. Show me a fucking diploma. But that never happens. I'm just called names. Why am I called names? Because I outed somebody. Lexington Steele. He's a double graduate from Syracuse University. Bullshit. If I'm a liar, have him show me his magic diploma that states his fucking degrees he has. Same thing with Joanna Angel. None of them do because they lie. I'm not the liar. They're the liar. So when all of these people talk their fucking bullshit, I dispute them and call them out. So we are that show. We are not a press release show. We're not a press release site. We're not going to talk about teachers that got arrested in fucking Virginia for diddling little kids. We don't give a fuck. We're not cutting and pasting stories from fucking news wires just so we can have fucking just so we can have fucking an update on our site. Because at the end of the day, like I've explained yesterday, all of us have our base of traffic. From AVN to XBiz to Mike South. We all have our core group of people that go to our sites. Whether it's 5,000 a day, 6,000 a day, 8,000 a day. So we all have our fucking core group of people that go to our fucking sites. And they go to our site, they go to AVN's site, they go to XBiz, they go to Mike South. People that go to all of our sites go to all of our sites. Okay? Everybody in the adult business, anybody associated with the adult business, from the very top executive to the very lowest comrade boy on a fucking new sensation set, goes to all of our sites. Now, some of those people will go to those sites more in a day, but if you think they're going there to read a fucking press release about fucking some new vibrator, or they're going to read about some lady in Massachusetts that was caught playing with her fucking kid's pee-pee, you're nuts. They're going there when either somebody tells them there's something fucking hilarious on the site, or they're going there to read a story because they know that there's always going to be 2 stories a day that are actually entertaining, that are actually informative, and something that they can go, holy shit, that was crazy. The only site that does that is our site. Nobody fucking gives a shit about AVN. We all go there because you got to see what's going on. You got to see the press release because it's a good chuckle. But people from the very top of this business to the very low of this business go to all of the sites. So you say, well then Rob, how does people have different variations of traffic? Well, that's the casual person. The casual person that doesn't know anything about the porn industry except AVN. And they go once every 2 days to AVN. Or once every 3 days. And these people will go on over and go, oh, wow, look at that. Maybe they see a sexy trailer and they can jerk off in the bathroom of their work after they watch it. Who the fuck knows? But at the end of the day, everybody is basically hovering around the same area. It's kind of like the late night talk wars. You know, you got Jimmy Fallon at a 4.5. Jimmy Kimmel at a fucking 3.8. You got everybody separated by 1 million fucking viewers here or there. And on any one day, depending on who the guest is, can fucking beat that person in the fucking rating because everybody wanted to see Bill Clinton on the fucking show. Or they wanted to see Obama on the fucking show. So, what is the difference? The difference is our program is exactly what a political program is supposed to do. And we attack the views of these other media outlets and fucking show who they are as being liars, being complete full of shit. So when you hear us talk about Mike South every day, or you hear us talk about AVN every day, or you hear us talk about XBiz, the reason is that's what our fucking show is about. Our show is not about bringing on some fucking retarded porn girl and let's talk to her about her fucking breast implants and her new movie she's doing with Maddie O'Reilly for Elegant Angel. Who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? Jesus Christ. And Vivid Radio, which is on Sirius, which is run by the Vivid Entertainment, they do a roundtable discussion last Friday. I think they did. They press released it. Nobody's heard anything about this roundtable meeting they had on Friday that was conducted by Steve Hirsch, Paul Fishbein, Axel Braun, Andrew Blake, Paul Thomas, Joanna Angel, Ed Powers, Jules Jordan. Supposed to be this monumental program that was a must listen by everybody because according to Fishbein and Steve Hirsch, it was going to be just the biggest show in their history of being on radio. Okay? And guess what? I have no idea if it happened. I have no idea if it was a success. I got no idea because nobody reported on it. Okay? Nobody gave a shit. Fucking garbage. And that was last Friday. So tomorrow we're coming on a week. You would think that would have been an interesting topic. You would think that there would have been a huge press release hitting some of the key points of this huge roundtable discussion. No, because it was nothing but dribble bullshit, if it even went on. So this program is not about dribble bullshit. God, we had fucking Will Ryder on the program the day after he won his big awards at XRCO. And that night, Tom Byron wrote up a story about it. It went to the website the following day, and we got tons of people that read the story and commented about how great it was. You had Will Ryder talking about banging chicks, getting fucking blowjobs, and talking about making fucking Charles Manson movies, and his idea to want to do a Hitler musical thing. I mean, it was like a story and an interview that wasn't, so tell me, how did you do this? Oh, that's a great thing. Tell me about your breast implants. Oh, it was a fucking real interview. It was entertaining. That's what we do. That's our program. It's not some type of fucking jerk-off press release thing. Okay? We are solely and firmly entrenched into bringing you entertainment. We are a political show. So, that is why we talk about these people. That is why these people are influenced by what they do, by what we say. And I can give you example after example. From AVN mislabeling dead porn stars and us making stories about it, and within 4 days the pictures are corrected, to us talking about Brad Armstrong and Jessica Drake, and within a day AVN writing stories about them to try to hype them back up because Rob Black made them look silly. To Mike South, if you go to his site today, trying to explain away his support of killing innocent animals for sexual gratification. And ladies and gentlemen, if you go to Mike South's site, he even uses the word. He even uses the word that I stated that he is into, which is killing animals for sexual gratification. That's my word. That is my word. That is how we described him. Okay? That is how we described him. So we do on this show exactly what we're supposed to do, which is challenge and talk about all of these morons, okay? All right? We challenge these idiots. We out these complete imbeciles, and we get them to actually have to respond to their actions. That's what we do. That is what we do. So if that answers some of the questions that a couple of you have posted, I'm happy about that. And I hope I was able to at least break it down for you in a way that you could understand it and not think that I'm was being an asshole or I don't know, talking down to you. What do you think about that? Okay? I'm hopefully hopefully I hopefully was able to break it down, and you guys could say, I get it now, Rob Black. I get why you talk about Mike South. I get it. I get why. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we influence how these people write their websites, how these people do stories. Again, time after time, you can read all about these people posting things that are directly related. Shit, I'll give you another one. When that Andy Anderson and everybody's favorite PR person, Raj T. Pipe, put out a press release about Andy Anderson coming back into business, okay? And her back to getting fucked up her ass and how she missed everybody, they completely sidestepped the issue that she was a Pink Cross member and that she had done press releases about how the industry fucked her up and put her in a position where she was going to kill herself. So we did an entire segment about Andy Anderson and Raj T. Pipe and about how they look fucking retarded. Well, guess what? About 3 days later, or 4 days later maybe, AVN did a story about, I think it was Nadia Styles, I think it was the girl's name. I think it was Nadia Styles, and everybody's favorite retard, Peter Warren, did the piece. And if you read the story, it is directly related to the fuck-up that Raj T. Pipe and Andy Anderson did, where Nadia Styles was also a Pink Cross member. She was also part of a crew of people that talked about the industry, talked about this, talked about that, and then did a complete 180 and came back into the industry and basically said, I was brainwashed, or whatever the fuck they said. But the Nadia Styles piece was a real long article by Peter Warren that actually talks about her Pink Cross involvement, and it basically tries to fend off Rob Black and what I would say about it. And to a degree, it half worked. We still did a story about it, but to a degree, it lessened the pain that Andy Anderson's comeback story was. It did. So, in actuality, what they did was said, we have to do a story about you coming back. We have to acknowledge all the Pink Cross stuff. We're going to get beaten up by Rob Black for probably a day about it. It won't be that bad because we're not going to hide from it. We're going to hit it right on the head and we're going to fucking weather the storm. Very political. I don't know whose idea it was. I don't know who was in charge of the Naughtiest Styles comeback, but whoever was in charge of it directly sat there, listened to our program, read the article about Andy Anderson, and said, okay, here's how we have to approach Naughtiest Styles coming back. And so they did it. So we actually helped Naughtiest Styles come back into the business because her handlers and Peter Warren actually had to think about what they were going to write. They actually had to fucking be smart for a fucking minute, God forbid. They actually had to, like, do a little bit of extra work, God forbid. And in turn, it made the article about Naughtiest Styles that much better. It made the piece that much better. Because in theory, Naughtiest Styles can come from the standpoint of, I already did an interview, I already talked about this, and I don't have anything more to say about it. Read my fucking AVN piece, and you can see and read everything I said. Are you going to beat me up forever about it? Thank you. End of story. I respect that. And I respect Peter Warren, AVN, and the handlers of Naughtiest Styles for actually smartening the fuck up and listening to Rob Black when he speaks. And at least acknowledging that I am the Pied Piper. I am the drum beater. I am the voice of this business. And if people would just listen to it a little bit more, the industry as a whole would be in a better place. I never claimed to be the smartest. I never claimed to be the most educated like all of these other porn people try to make you believe. But I am the most politically and PR savvy individual there is in this business. And that's fucking a fact. Nobody's better at it than me. Nobody's better at speaking than me. Nobody's better than talking about an issue. Nobody's better than convincing a side. Nobody's better than doing any of that than me. I am the best. Hands down. Okay? I could sell water to a fucking Eskimo motherfucker, and that's a fact. So, this program is based about taking all these ignorant motherfuckers and taking some of them to the backwoods and beating them with a stick until they cry for mercy. And for some of the others, it's about educating them and making them do a better fucking job. Giving them some talking points that they can use when they're fighting the other side. Giving them some ammunition. It's like I'm arming the fucking, what's their names? The Syrian rebels, okay? It's like I'm arming the people against Assad and giving them a fighting fucking chance. So again, I hope this explained everything and why we talk about AVN and why we talk about Mike South and why we talk about XBiz every day. Some, like Mike South, get it more because people like Mike South say the biggest lies. And I've said this time and time again. Mike South is stupid Hitler. Remember Hitler's motto. Get a lie, make the lie big enough, and promote that lie and speak that lie over and over and over again because eventually he'll believe the lie. That's Mike South. He's stupid Hitler because the lies that Mike South comes up with are so fucking ludicrous. He tries to beat them into your head, and with a little investigative work or just reading the bullshit that he will print a month before the lie, you can decipher and go, look, lie, his speech. The guy's just a liar. You can't even believe his big lie. You can't even believe his big propaganda because it's a lie. It's a lie. He's stupid. He's trying to create lies and tell them big enough and often enough. But unfortunately for him, they are so easy to go, dude, that's a lie, that he can't even get away with promoting the lie. He's stupid Hitler. He's ignorant hillbilly Hitler. That's amazing. He can't even come up with a good enough lie that you can't see to. So he just happens to get it more than AVN and XBiz, because AVN and XBiz are really just press release machines. They're like, all right, what press release do you want us to put up? Here you go. And goes up. You can't really decipher a press release. When you got to take apart a press release, you're just really ripping apart the company. When you hear a company like Vivid say, we have the most exciting talk show, roundtable discussion happening, involving Steve Hurst, Paul Fishbein, Paul Thomas, and you read it, you can't attack AVN for it. You got to attack Vivid for it. So they're just they're just the newspaper putting out the propaganda. Mike South is the propaganda and the newspaper all in one. He's the guy that's spewing out the lies. And I've said it time and time again. He's been doing this for almost 2 decades, and everybody's been too scared to say anything because he'll fucking sit there and write bad things about you. Right. Well, guess what? I'm here to make sure he's not able to get away with it anymore. So everybody that used to be afraid of this asshole can now not be afraid of this asshole. Okay? I know there's been people that have spoke out against him, but they're people, that voice doesn't reach the people that I do. The voice doesn't go to the masses, and quite frankly, they're not as good as the master of doing it. Okay? This is what I do. If I wasn't in porn and I followed the path of what I should have been, I would have been in politics. I would have been the Democrat version of Ted Cruz. I would have been this crazy Democrat that people had been talking about running in 2016, and they would have been going, but Rob Zakari can't run. It's Hillary Clinton's time. And I'd have been like, nah, it's my time. And I would have had all the Democrats going, okay, listen, what do you want to not invoke a civil war amongst our party? And I'd say, well, I want to be Secretary of State. That's what I want. Actually, I want to be Vice President. And that's what Rob Zakari would have been. But instead, I'm talking about fucking jack-off movies. I'm talking about jack-off movies and making porn. So, there you go, guys. Touche. So, we're going to take a break for literally a minute and a half so I can go piss. And when we come back, we're going to talk about a jerk-off named Mike South. Just because it's funny when he gets slapped in his fucking ass. It's funny when he gets slapped in his fucking ass and upside his fucking ignorant head, and he actually has to backtrack and walk backwards, and it's fucking hilarious. It really is. It's hilarious, and it doesn't get any funnier than watching Mike South get things shoved up his ass. And then we'll talk about some funny news that we talked and hit on last night that we've never really gotten a, I don't know. Fuck. It's you know, it is what it is. It's the Rob Black Show, and we'll be back in about 2 minutes, so don't get all panicky. I'm going to give you guys one of the stories or special clips that we got from Nate Silver and Jessica Drake from their Chicago college tour, where they're talking to all the young students about their piracy and how you shouldn't pirate movies from Jessica Drake, and how she's upset because it equates to her not giving consent. And just like Nate Glass says, it's just like rape. It's just like college kids understand the word consent and not giving consent, and that equates to rape. So basically people are raping Jessica Drake for her content. So this is just a 2-minute clip from that lecture, and it's really it's strong. So it's got some racial epithets that are used in it, and it's strong. So if these types of things get you upset, turn off your radios now, because it might offend. Anyways, it's the Rob Black Show. Nate Silver, Jessica Drake, and foreign bodies.
Tell me the message or something, right? Because you're doing something. Trying to breastfeed with fucking foreign bodies. Is that it?
It has nothing to do with it.
Oh, it had nothing to do with what? The fact that you had foreign bodies in there?
Correct.
Correct, okay, good. So you're not lying to me about fake kids.
I've never have.
Yes, you just did. You said they weren't. You fucking lied to me.
What? I don't. I never said anything of a kind. You never asked me, I never told you. Or maybe you asked me, but I never lied about this.
I don't lie, who cares? So, they look ridiculous. You get rid of them, why don't you? Anyway, you know.
That's none of your fucking business.
It is. They look stupid. I'm just telling you. It's just an appraisal ego that you want to look stupid. They like it a fucking, you know, but they're too big and they look stupid. They look like some Vegas bitch. They look like a Vegas whore. And you go around stashing around in tight clothes and stuff. I won't stand for that anymore.
I don't look around. I don't
want
look.
to be that.
I don't look around in tight clothes. I stay at home for most of the time.
Public and it's a fucking embarrassment to me. You look like a fucking bitch on heat. And if you get raped by a pack of niggers, it'll be your fault. Alright? Because you provoked it. You are provocatively dressed all the time. Your fake boobs. You feel you have to show off. Tight outfits and tight pants so that you see your pussy from behind. And that green thing today was enough. That's provocative. Okay? I'm telling you. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't like it. I don't want that woman. I don't want you. I don't believe you anymore. I don't trust you. I don't love you. I don't want you. Okay?
Okay.
Stay in the fucking house. I'm not giving it to you, but I'll let you stay there. Okay? And I will take care of my child, but I don't want you anymore.
Fucking brutal, isn't it, you guys? Man, that fucking Nate, he's tough on them college kids, you know? He's tough on them college kids. They're just college kids. You know, they don't mean no harm. They didn't mean to rape Jessica Drake. I mean, seriously. They didn't mean to rape Jessica Drake. They didn't. They didn't mean to. They didn't mean to. They didn't mean to rape Jessica Drake and violate her with foreign bodies. So, I wanted to. I love that. I love that piece. I do. I love that piece. I love it. Anyways, let's talk about. I got two things to kind of talk about from last night, and there's let's see. I would say two stories. So you gotta kind of decipher. Well, we'll go with one first. If you go to adultfyi.com, go to our site adultfyi.com. Okay, go there right now. Go there right now, and Katie Summers said she wasn't expecting that clip, and she feels raped right now. She feels raped with foreign bodies while people were breastfeeding with foreign bodies in them. Foreign bodies. I love that. You look stupid. Is that the best when he goes, you look stupid. You look stupid. You look fucking stupid. Alright. Go to adultfyi.com right now. Because we're going to talk about two stories. And in order of 1 and 2. So, last night, it's like the beer trucks out here bringing in the fucking kegs of beer. So, I don't know what's worse, the beer truck and the beer kegs, or the sawing of the wood to make the new Caesar's Palace here at Star Gardens. I don't know which one's worse, but they're both fucking annoying. But I told you I'm not complaining. Not complaining. Anyways, go to Adult FYI right now and take a look. We have two stories that were just put up. One was put up yesterday, and the other one, well, there's two stories a day that we do. One was yesterday, and then this one appeared at night, and will be up until this afternoon, or late this afternoon, probably before the night show. It'll be up. So that will be up. I don't know, fucking 8 o'clock tonight, maybe, after the next round of viewing, and we base it on East Coast, West Coast. That's how we base our viewing stats of what is going on. We say, okay, East Coast. If we put a story up at noon, we know it's 3 o'clock on the East Coast, and some people might have left the office, and some people might not look at the websites until they're only at work. So it depends. The story that's up now has been up since last night, which means everybody on the East Coast has already read the fucking article as the top spot. So that will be changed out tonight, probably around 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, and that will be a new piece. So if you go to adultfyi.com right now, and you take a look at the story we have, we lead off with a story that involves Michael Weinstein, okay, and the AIDS Healthcare Foundation, and their blocking of the drug Truvada, if I'm saying that right, Truvada, Truvada. And we do a piece about what it means and the fact that AHF, and I'm not even talking about from an adult industry standpoint, I'm talking about from a nationwide standpoint. At this point, all of their free treatment they give to people with HIV/AIDS and all of their good work they do has really just been a cover for the true evil that they've been part of, which has been blocking and preventing this drug, Truvada, to getting on the market. And then once it got into the market, basically being hidden from the people that need it the most. And all of the good work that they've done is just overshadowed by this drug and their lack of promoting it and their lack of getting it into the hands of the general population quicker than it had. So it's very similar to can only be explained by a true Machiavelli style warfare, or even old school gangsters when they show up on Christmas and give out toys to the local charities and give out ham and turkeys to all the homeless shelters, and they do all of these good deeds. And the other 11 months of the year, they go and murder people and sell drugs and basically invoke havoc on the streets of South Philly or any of these other areas. Rather, it was the Nicky Scarfo regime or things in that nature. And I'm not pinpointing and saying, oh, you know, here's the evil of all evil. I'm just pointing out what happened when certain gangsters would get under attack for having too many car bombs go up in people's neighborhoods. And the authorities would say, hey, it's one thing when people just vanish. It's another when you're blowing motherfuckers up with car bombs. That we don't like. So these things would happen, and the next thing you know, they're out giving turkeys to the homeless, or hams, or in the old days, in the Machiavelli, you know, the Roman times, and the General Tao, and all of these references where these leaders would punish their people, but yet give them apples or carrots in the same breath. So you punish and reward, punish and reward. And so basically, AIDS Healthcare Foundation is doing the exact same thing. So they punish all of the people that have HIV/AIDS, or people that are in a high-risk group. So they punish them all by withholding drugs like Truvada from all of them. And then a week later, they provide medicine when they have HIV/AIDS for free. So it's, you know, are they really doing good, or are they really doing bad? Or are they really serving both ends of the spectrum and playing the middle? Well, it's obvious that Weinstein and AIDS Healthcare Foundation don't own the drug companies. It's obvious that they don't have a stake in Truvada. It's obvious that they own condom companies. It's obvious that they're part of prophylactic business that is multi-billions and billions and billions of dollars. It's obvious that they are part of nonprofit organizations that solicit and get funds from state agencies and from federal officials, and they have lawyers that are part of their organization that lobby groups like Viagra that basically give them a little shakedown for $5 to $6 million because somehow condoms and prevention of HIV/AIDS is not part of the wording when it comes to marketing campaigns and things like that. And so in turn, Weinstein and AIDS Healthcare Foundation get a $4 or $5 million lawsuit settlement. These are all the things that AIDS Healthcare Foundation is involved with, but it all stems around condoms and the making of condoms and having their hands in condoms. It's profit, it's money, okay? It's all that it's about. And they cannot have their hands in the drug Truvada because that is a billion-dollar industry that is owned by, you know, Bristol Myers or Guild or some of these other drug manufacturers that Weinstein could never imagine being part of. So in turn, when the drug makers, because let's face it, let me explain how this works, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a psychiatrist or you're a doctor, I would say 10 times a day you can be visited by drug reps, literally. Somebody from a drug company, rather it's antidepressants who represent Zoloft or Abilify, or it's drug manufacturers that represent Lipitor for getting your cholesterol down. These drug reps will visit. That's their job. I went to school with a girl who works in Rochester, and that's what she does. She's a drug rep. She literally gets paid about $85,000 a year to wear really sexy clothes and to go like a door-to-door salesman and hit all these hospitals as a rep for Bristol Myers or any of these Pfizer or these companies that says, "Hi, I'm Sally. I've got big tits. I got a sexy body. And will you give me about 5 minutes of your time?" And the doctor goes, "Fuck yeah." And then she sits with them and goes, "What drugs do you use to treat blah, 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 blah? What do you like to prescribe?" And he goes, "Well, I find that Lipitor is, well, I want to tell you that us at Pfizer are coming out with a drug called Yaba Yaba, and it's better than Lipitor. And I would really love for you to use it." And all said and done, her job is to get this doctor to use these drugs and provide them to his patients. And then what she does is goes, "Let me give you a whole bunch of samples." When I used to take antidepressants, and I would see my doctor, Dr. Wilson, I'll give him a plug, snap. When I would be low on money because I had no health insurance, and Abilify is no generic brand for it, and a month's supply would literally cost about $375. He would go into his cabinet and pull out boxes of Abilify and go, "Yeah, the drug rep was here last week. She must have given me 8 months worth of fucking pills. And I go, hook a nigga up. And he'd give me 2 months supply of Abilify. So these drug reps, number one goal is to get these doctors to provide different drugs to different people. So take that concept and now apply it to AIDS Healthcare Foundation. One would imagine that if you're the manufacturer of Truvada and you're sitting around in the lab research facility and you're all sitting around and the guy runs in and goes, oh my God, oh my God. And you're like, Lance, relax, buddy. And he goes, you don't understand. See this pill? Yeah? Okay. Me and all my friends, we've been trying it, and we just keep, working on it and trying to get this fucking formula right. And it's like, oh, it's so tough. All right, Lance, cut to the point. Jeez, why do you have to be like that? All right, so, okay. Here it is. Remember, we had to go from experimenting with lab rats to humans. Yes, Lance. So, I was giving the pills to my friend Wayne and Christian and Fernando. And you know how Fernando, he's just full-blown AIDS. Yes, Lance. Can we keep going? Okay. So, Christian and they were taking the pills. So we tell them, take the pills every day. And Fernando would just literally come in their asshole every day. Okay, Lance. Well, I'm trying to tell you guys something, okay? I'm the fucking research guy. I've got interesting facts, and you just don't want to hear. Okay, Lance. Okay. We'll go. We're sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So, oh, so exciting. So he would pump the jizz. I'm sorry, semen. And he would pump it in their asses every night, sometimes twice a night, sometimes, oh my God, he'd get some drinks in him and he'd be like, party time, put on a little YMCA, and it's a whole thing. So anyway, weeks would go by, pumping jizz straight in his asshole, sometimes gurgling the cum, just like that. Sometimes he literally would just come home and like 4 or 5 of our HIV positive patients go, and it would be just like that. Okay, all right, Lance, that's disgusting. I'm sorry! Anyways, guess what? After the month, when they went for their AIDS test and we got them in the lab, negative! Snap, snap, snap! Are you serious? Yes, negative. We estimated that we pumped up about 75 HIV AIDS loads up to their assholes and in their mouth, and guess what? All negative. And I'll tell you, 2 of these guys, their T-cell count was about 3. All negative from this little pill. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What a Do you understand? This is the biggest news to it is. So listen, we're going to do a couple more experiments, and when we get the official wording on this, we're going to come back and tell you, and then we're ready. We're off to the races. I figure we'll probably make $1 trillion. Thank you. You go, girl. Right on the ass. Oh, thank you. Bye, guys. And so now he walks away, and now the executives of Truvada sit in the room and go, all right, this pill taken every day will now prevent somebody who gets in contact with AIDS, and you heard the flaming fag over there. The door's shut. He's like, don't worry about it. He didn't hear me. I heard that. I'm not a flaming fag. I'm a queen. Get it right, son of a bitch. Sorry. All right. The Flaming Queen. You all are heard him. Load after load of AIDS come up asses. This pill prevented it. All right, guys. You know what that means? We're going to make trillions. So when this gets confirmed, the first people we got to go at is the gay community. Well, how do we do that, sir? Well, there's this gay foundation. Well, I don't know if they're gay, but most of the people that work there are fucking gay. Okay? Yes, sir. Well, they are a billion-dollar organization. They are involved throughout the world with AIDS prevention, AIDS treatments, and I got to tell you, we're going to go talk to them. We're going to bring them this pill, and I would probably say will be heralded as the greatest drug company that the gay community has ever seen. This foundation, what do they call it? AHF, AIDS Healthcare Foundation. Oh, very good, sir. And when we go to them, we'll probably all have stamps made about us, just like that Harvey Milk. Who's that? The gay activist who is getting ready. He died. He got assassinated. First gay politician. Okay, sir. And he's getting a stamp. You know, so all the gays now can lick him. Oh, interesting, sir. Yes. Now, we'll probably get our own postcards, our own stamps, and they might even put us on the $2 bill. Why the $2 bill? Because nobody really uses the $2 bill, and everybody thinks it's kind of gay anyways, so they'll probably put our faces on the $2 bill. Interesting, sir. Yes. So, let's go. All for one, all for all, gay! And then they go. That is what happens in these drug companies and how it gets done. Now, maybe not to that extent of the gargling of the cum, but everything else is factual. So they went to see AIDS Healthcare Foundation President Michael Weinstein and said, "Hey, Mike," and he went, "What can I do for you?" And his other little lackey, Whitney, who's another militant queen, basically fat there like this. And they went, "What can we do for you?" And they went, "We have this pill that taken every day is about a 99% chance that somebody with AIDS that is fucking you with taking this pill, you take this pill, you don't have AIDS, and you fuck somebody that has AIDS, 99% you're not going to get the AIDS if you're exposed to the AIDS." And they went, "How much?" And they went, "What do you mean?" They go, "How much are we going to make from it?" And they went, "Well, geez, well, if there's no money in it for us, fuck you, bitch!" And then they threw him out. That's exactly what happened. Because Truvada went to AHF. They lobbied them. Why wouldn't you? If you have a drug and the medicine is to prevent getting AIDS, wouldn't you go to the biggest population that has AIDS in America? We're not talking about outside America. We're not talking about going to Africa and Brazil yet. Let's just focus on America. Wouldn't you go to AIDS Healthcare Foundation? I mean, it's a foundation that has the name AIDS written right in it. I mean, Jesus Christ, you can't get any more direct in a foundation that's saying AIDS. That's like going to the fucking gonorrhea organization. If you had a pill that could prevent you from getting gonorrhea, wouldn't you go to the organization that was gonorrhea organization? Of course. So Truvada went to AIDS Healthcare Foundation and they said, "Hey, got this drug," and AIDS Healthcare Foundation, led by a guy named Whitney and Michael Weinstein, you know what they said? "Fuck you, there's no money in it for us, and get the fuck out of our office." And guess what? That is why nobody's heard about a drug that's been around for years that, as far as I'm concerned, when you're talking about condoms and porn, you're talking about testing, you're talking about outside activity by people, whether it's escorting, doing privates that are technically escorting, but they're private filming. All of these things should be taken into account and inventory, and every single performer who is a active performer. I'm not talking about your fucking girl who works once a month, because any girl with a vagina and half a set of tits, even if they're deformed and fucking got scars on them, decides they can be a porn star, and they work once every 8 weeks. Talking about real workers. I'm talking about your Allie Hazes. I'm talking about your Chanel Prestons. I'm talking about your fucking Jesus Christ, Misty Stones. I'm talking about the girls that are getting their assholes fucked on a regular basis. All of these people should be taking this drug. Plain and simple. And as far as I'm concerned, that's one more line of protection that this industry, if they had at their disposal, would get a whole hell of a lot less grief than they would be getting as we fight through, and not just condoms, because it's bigger than condoms. It's about health, and it's about the care of the performer. Condoms, schmondoms. I mean, seriously. Because as far as I'm concerned, coming in somebody's mouth is really the dirty part of the sex. The actual fucking isn't dirty. I mean, if I'm fucking somebody with a rubber, to me the dirty part is the actual cum. That's the part that's disgusting and full of disease. Fucking somebody with a condom on, pulling it up and fucking making them eat my cum, that's fucking rancid, and that's where you get your disease. So to me, it's never been about condom. It's really just about safety. And I've always said that condom schmondom. If you can have 2 performers or 3 performers and have people in some form of a quarantine situation where people can say, all right, I know 90% that you right now don't have a disease, and I know you right now don't have a disease, so let's fuck and piss and shit and fucking cut each other and smear blood on each other and fucking rock and roll. I don't have no problem. But it's the fact that we can never be sure. We can never be sure because you take a test on them first of the month and you don't retest for 30 days later, and we have no idea what anybody does in between that time. But with this drug, Truvada, you now have an extreme barrier of protection because it's 99% effective in preventing somebody from getting AIDS when they get in contact with it. So now, just the off chance that you fuck a TJ Cummings who's HIV positive and he blows his AIDS load on you and you're taking the drug Truvada, you pretty much are 99% safe that you ain't getting his disease. To me, that is something that is awesome. To me, that is something that is phenomenal. To me, that is something that should be issued in this adult business on a regular basis. And if you're an active performer, you should be taking this drug. Doesn't mean you got to take it for the rest of your life. If you're in the business for 3 years, you should be on this drug for the amount of time that you're in this business. After that, you can stay on it, but if you are involved in somewhat of a monogamous relationship and you're not out there getting fucked up your asshole in gangbangs and stuff on a regular basis, then there would be no reason to take the drug anymore. But if you're going to be Jennifer White and do 50-man gangbangs where guys are pumping their fucking loads in your cunt, guess what? You better be fucking taking some full dosage of Truvada. So why this drug is not in the hands of anybody in the business is perplexing to me. And our business should be talking about getting this drug. And our business should be talking about how Michael Weinstein and AIDS Healthcare Foundation are nothing more than monsters for preventing this drug to be in the market, for not letting people know about this drug. This drug is very, very, very vital to not just the porn industry, but to the world at large. Because once again, we're talking about sex. We're talking about something that in the heat of the moment disarms even the most rational people. And I point to John Stagliano, somebody who is a multi-millionaire. Somebody that is well respected by tons of people in the adult business, and yet this man went to Brazil some 20 years ago and knowingly pulled his pants down and let somebody that in the back of his mind he knew was a probably 80% chance was full of AIDS, take their dick without a condom and pump their load up his asshole, which in turn he got AIDS. Why? Because the heat of the moment, that sex feeling you get inside your fucking heart starts to race and your fucking balls start to ache and your dick starts to get hard and you don't give a fuck what is going on. And if you got a fucking drink or two in you, forget about it. You'll let fucking 10 fucking she-males fuck you up your ass in Brazil. That's what sex does. Sex is one of the most powerful drugs in the world. I would say, if not the most powerful, the #1 most powerful drug in the world. Teen pregnancies, all from the drug of sex. Teen pregnancy is not from kids being, do you want to have a baby? No, you know what it's from? 2 kids, heavy petting, that leads to sexual contact, that leads to let's fuck and let's pull out. Let's fucking pray that we're not pregnant. Nobody, I remember when I was 16, condoms were like the least thing on my head. When you're fucking in the back seat of the Monte Carlo and you're fucking, you know, got your dick rocked hard and it's just put it in and you're like, I don't have a rubber. It's all right, just pull out, okay? And you pull out and you realize you already came half your load inside her. Why? Because sex is a powerful drug. Sex is the most powerful drug. How many people have had marriages ruined, relationships ruined because of sex? Why? Because somebody's flirting with you at your office. Somebody's flirting with you at a function. All it takes for a guy is for a girl that is remotely attractive to show a little bit of interest into them, and that's it. That's like putting fucking heroin in a bag, placing it under a heroin addict's pillow when he goes to sleep at night every single day until he goes, oh, fuck it, and does it. That is how simple it is to get any guy to fucking fall off the wagon and cheat or think about cheating, is have a girl that's remotely attractive show interest. And then all it takes is for that guy to be at the right place at the right time, and that's it. And I'm not talking about a restaurant and a girl flirts with you. I'm not talking about at a concert. I'm talking about at a place where you see somebody on a regular basis. That's it. It's over. I don't care if you've been married for 20 fucking years. You work in an office and the fucking secretary who's fucking remotely hot walks up to you while you're in the fucking copying room and goes, you know, Matt, we've been working together here for a year. And you're like, yeah. She goes, I just want to tell you, I love to take you in the bathroom and suck your cock off. That guy's going to go, now? Okay. I don't know too many guys that are going to say, what are you talking about? Bad girl. Bad. So, sex is the #1 drug, okay, in this United States, in this world, and in anywhere, you know. And if you don't believe me, Africa, what's the AIDS rate? Brazil, what's the AIDS rate? That's not a bunch of people with a AIDS ratio all running around intravenous drug use. Them fucking. It's people fucking. It ain't a bunch of fucking junkies. It's not thousands and thousands and thousands of junkies a day getting infected. No, it's thousands of people a day getting infected because they're fucking. Because fucking is that fucking powerful. Okay? It's that powerful. So, what was the #1 disease that was classified as population control? AIDS. What was the #1 disease crafted and created to wipe out homosexuality? AIDS. Remember this, guys. Before AIDS came on the scene in them early 80s, homosexuality was big. It was huge. Think Village People. Think about it. Village People were basically the Kanye Wests and the Miley Ray Cyruses back in the 70s. If you weren't listening to the fucking Village People, you weren't cool, man. If you weren't part of the disco Village People era, you weren't cool, man. For Christ's sakes, that movie Caligula that Bob Guccione made, which has hardcore sex in it, starred a bunch of performers that are mainstream Hollywood actors and actresses. They used to show pornography movies in real movie theaters. Sex and the sex revolution was big. Being gay was big. And I'm not talking about being gay where you're like, hey, Bob, how you doing? I love cock. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. We're talking about, hello, Village People, guys. In the Navy, you can sail the 7 seas. In the Navy, I will get down on my knees and blow you. That was what was going on in America. You were literally sitting there watching TV going, what the fuck am I looking at? And you had your friends go, that's the Village People, bro. They're fucking cool as fuck. You're like, they look gay. So? Gay's cool, man. You don't go both ways? I never thought about it. Ah, shit, let's just go on to Studio 54. Come on, I'll show you how it's done. I suck your cock. That girl sucks my cock. It's like a whole thing. It's great. Really? Okay. Well, guess what? A thing called Reagan came into office. The Republican and the Christian right came in. And guess what? They said, we hate fags. We got to kill this. And you know what they had? They had a little disease called AIDS. Think about it. A disease that specifically targeted gay people. A disease that specifically targeted Elton John, Freddie Mercury, the village people. I mean, think about that, guys. At an era of seeing people like Freddie Mercury, Village People, Elton John, David Bowie, all these androgynous characters, all of these people that made the conservative movement, the people that pined for Leave It to Beaver era, you know, with Ward and the smoking pipe and why are these queers doing that? A drug or a disease that targeted the individuals that were, quote unquote, destroying the family moral fabric. What do you think? It just came out of the fucking blue? This ain't Rob Black, the conspiracy theorist, talking. We all know that the United States government has in a lockbox in a fucking a factory diseases. We all know that. We have chemical weapons. We have diseases that we could put in a weapon and drop on a fucking country and basically wipe out their population with airborne sickness. We have that. That is a fact. Okay? What do you think? Anthrax and those types of chemical weapons, were ricin, all of these things that people use to maim and kill people. You think all of this was just fucking hatched from a monkey getting fucked by a dude? Fuck no! This is stuff that was created by the military-industrial complex. And guess what? When the fucking queens of the fucking 70s were running rampant and taking over the fucking music with America Bandstand and fucking the clubs, and you had fucking guys on military ships talking about come on and join the Navy and we'll all suck each other off while we're in submarines. That's where the industrial military complex drew the line. The same people that killed JFK because he wanted to stop the war, okay? Those same people that said, you know what? We got to kill this president because he wants to stop the war. He doesn't want us to build bombs. He doesn't want us to build weapons. And that's how we make money. Fuck him. Kill that little cocksucker. Plus, he's good looking and he likes to fuck celebrity movie stars. Kill him. Well, those very same people, when they're sitting around watching TV and there's like 7 fags on a fucking Navy ship dancing, telling people to join the Navy so they can all suck each other off, they don't like that none too much, okay? And guess what happened? Somebody in a lab busted out something called AIDS. And a couple of these military soldiers, a couple of these CIA operatives, you know what they did? They ran around the Village in New York. They ran around San Francisco in California. And they had this virus. And they had this virus in needles. And they would go to parties and very quietly, while people are getting fucked up, they would go pop and pop. And within a month or two, you had a disease called HIV/AIDS that was deliberately and purposely injected into thousands of gay men. And in turn, because of this sexual revolution of the 70s, you had AIDS starting to spread like wildfire. And before you knew it, you had people like Freddie Mercury, AIDS, Rock Hudson, AIDS, Liberace, AIDS. You had all of these prominent, the entire fucking Village People group AIDS. I think all but one. But all the rest of them, all fucking dead with AIDS. And now you had an epidemic. And what did it attack? The gay community. We've never had any other disease except for syphilis attack one section and one population. And if you remember, a thing called the Tuskegee experiment was a military exercise in population control. And they infected some 100,000 African Americans with syphilis to see the effects and what it would do to this group and this race. The government's done it before, and the government will continue to do it. How do you think and why do you think certain diseases only affect certain groups? Because they were genetically engineered to do that. So the government experimented with syphilis and the African Americans with the Tuskegee experiment. And once they seen that that could work and they could infect a group of people that could spread and spread and spread, that is when they said, aha, this is how we will combat these faggots. So in turn, they created a disease that they could put in a group of people and wipe them off this planet. And that's what happened. And there was a period of time when HIV/AIDS was basically something that people would talk about and say you could get it from kissing. You could get it from touching. You could get it from breathing the same air. It was a mass crisis of epic proportions. And what did it do, ladies and gentlemen? It drove the gays back into the ground. It wasn't cool to be gay anymore. If you were gay, you had AIDS. So now this flamboyant, out of the closet, village people attitude was now in the early 80s when AIDS really busted on the scene, and you had it basically talking in the same vein as crack cocaine that just happened to bust on the scene also during the Republican era that affected the black communities. That's no coincidence either, ladies and gentlemen. The Republican era started, Ronald Reagan started, and you had AIDS and you had crack cocaine. Two things that targeted specific groups, gays and African Americans. Ain't no coincidence. Okay? So now when you had the gay movement and the gay population being in films, village people were in movies. Again, they were the Justin Biebers, they were the Kanye West, they were the Jay-Z's of that era. They were people that were on television. They were on the radio. You couldn't read a newspaper, read an article, or listen to the radio without hearing the village people. You couldn't do anything without reading, seeing Queen. And everybody knew Freddie Mercury was gay. Everybody knew Freddie Mercury loved cock. He did music videos where he dressed as a woman. Nobody had ever seen that before, but Freddie Mercury was making it acceptable for men to explore that side of their sexuality. And what happened when AIDS came on the scene? It took that movement and ground it down in the fucking dirt. And it literally has taken 34 years? 30 years for the homosexual movement to get the steam back. Think about it. Right now, we are at a point with gay marriage and acceptance of homosexuality to a point that you had seen back in the 70s, where it was cool to be openly gay, you weren't ostracized, and it took Magic Johnson to get AIDS for people to go, oh, so it's not a gay disease? So, with this history of a disease that is so important and so impactful on the history of this nation, how can somebody like Michael Weinstein at AIDS Healthcare Foundation deny not just the adult business, but the world this drug? Because this drug is not in the hands of the world because of the biggest AIDS healthcare provider and organization out, and there's nobody bigger than AIDS Healthcare Foundation. And if AIDS Healthcare Foundation would have been behind this drug, it would have been out in the public's hands back in 2004, 2005, 2006, maybe even sooner. And the infection rate of HIV would be lower. People needing treatment would be lower. People infected would be low. Everything would be lower. And you know what else would be lower? The money to Michael Weinstein and AIDS Healthcare Foundation would be lower. The grants they get to take care of sick people would be lower. The money they get to buy equipment to take care of all of these people would be lower. Because remember, every dollar they get in government money is not going to patients. Remember, they have people to pay on their salary. You think Michael Weinstein makes $40,000 a year? You think Mark McGrath makes $40,000? You think any of the administrative people that work at AIDS Healthcare Foundation make fucking $40,000 a year? I guarantee you Michael Weinstein makes upper six figures. His right-hand man, Whitney, I can't remember his last name, this Whitney guy. You think he makes $40,000? He makes upper six figures. You think Mark McGrath doesn't make six figures? And these are just the three people that we all know about. We're not even talking about the people that are part of this organization all around the United States. Every dollar that comes in is not spent on drugs. We've all seen with the Obama administration at the corruption of the drug companies, we've all seen that a pill that you get in the United States that would cost you $20, you could get from Canada and it costs you $2. And if you go to Mexico, you can get that same pill for 50 cents. So we know when it comes to medicine, it ain't what the cost is. So we know that when AIDS Healthcare Foundation gets $5 million from this government grant or this state agency, and they put in paperwork that says, yeah, the cost of this, the cost of that, the cost of this, we all know that's not the cost because we know that AIDS Healthcare Foundation and the people with AIDS Healthcare Foundation have certain deals in place with certain drug manufacturers and certain companies to provide them with equipment and drugs and things to care for people at a extremely, extremely low cost. So then you say, well, then where's the extra money? You know where it is? Right in the pockets. Because healthcare is a business. And if you took the business out of providing health to people, in turn, you would create a safer and healthier and more productive society, because it's shown that when the citizens of a country or a state or anywhere that has civilized people, that's not Mike Soplin's hillbilly fucking Georgia, you have people that work better, work longer, work smarter, work more productive. All of the things because they're healthy, they're strong, they got these things, they got muscles. They're not. So in turn, AIDS Healthcare Foundation should never get applauded for what they do, because they're not doing anything except reconstruction. They're not doing anything that the United States government doesn't have written in laws that says, if we go into your state, if we go into your country, if we go into your fucking civilization and destroy it, we gotta build it back up. So all AIDS Healthcare Foundation is doing is saying, hey, we know the gay community, we know the sexual community, and we know people that get infected by doctors, healthcare providers, or even sick fucks like this Tim Trich, who I think is the angel of death and has infected people. We have a drug that we're going to give to your loved ones or the community at large who don't know any of you, but if you get them infected or try to get them infected, they won't be infected. And AIDS Healthcare Foundation did not do that. They have withheld a drug and withheld information about a drug for almost 10 years. Think about how many people have been infected. Think about how many people have died in the last 10 years. And then go and pat them on the back because they give a couple fucking pills to people with HIV/AIDS. A bunch of fucking pills that if you have health insurance is covered. If you have Obamacare, it's covered. If you have yourself a corporation, it's covered. Anybody with insurance, all that medicine is fucking covered. End of story. And under President Obama, if you have pre-existing condition, no healthcare provider can deny you. Plain and simple. And when they talk about, yeah, but your health insurance will be real expensive, listen, okay? I could have got health insurance, and I estimated it out for me and, at the time, my wife for $550 a month from Jerry Estrada when I worked over there. But I didn't get it because I felt he should have paid for it like he did for his other employees. But at that point, $550. So guess what? If you got AIDS, the most you could get health insurance as a single person with pre-existing, $500 for one person, $600. You're going to tell me you couldn't afford that? Bullshit. Okay? Bullshit. All right? Bullshit. To keep yourself alive, you'd be able to afford $500 to $800 a month for health insurance if you have HIV/AIDS. And now you have all the medicine, all the treatment you can have. So now you tell me, what has AIDS Healthcare Foundation and Michael Weinstein done except keep the information out of the hands of people who need it? And in the same tone go, hey, we provide free health care. Big fucking deal. You're providing something that you should be providing when you're destroying people's lives. When the United States went into Afghanistan and went into Iraq for no reason whatsoever, except that George Bush wanted to get billions and billions of war money, and we left their countries, we had to now build them back up. The amount of money we spent in Afghanistan is ridiculous, but we had to, because that is what we say we do after places like Japan. So in turn, when Michael Weinstein destroys not just the gay community, but the population at large for withholding a drug for 10 years, and who knows, this drug might have been ready back in 2000. But people like Michael Weinstein and the lawyers that work with him might have been working against Truvada in attempts to even get it on the market quicker. Working with them quicker to deny it. Because again, ladies and gentlemen, this is something that's been around for years and years and years, and nobody's heard of it. Nobody has heard of it. And it's something that everybody in the adult industry that is a working actor and actress should be taking. It's one more line of protection. One more, and that is more of a protection than an AIDS test. An AIDS test just is notifying you if you have AIDS. Taking Truvada is actually preventing AIDS from getting inside you. That is a real game changer, not a fucking test. Not a system to notify people who has AIDS, and definitely not putting a condom on, but still ejaculating in each other's mouths and things like that. Truvada is actually a game changer. That is something that you take and it prevents you from getting AIDS. That is the most important thing that has come out in over a decade when it comes to AIDS. And it's something that everybody should have known about, something that everybody should be taking who is sexually active. It's just like taking birth control. Remember when you would, and not me per se, but young girls, you would see TV shows and so forth and so on, and a young girl would be sexually active. And you would see those TV shows where the mom would say, maybe it's time to get you on birth control. Remember that? Birth control. Birth control, the pill, for a sexually active teen. Well, guess what? Truvada should be something that should be taken for somebody who is sexually active, because it is a 99% effective pill to prevent catching AIDS. A goddamn condom even has a warning sticker that says this isn't 100% prevents you from catching a sexually transmitted disease. So Truvada is in the exact same category as a condom when it comes to preventing AIDS. Ladies and gentlemen, it is criminal that this drug has not been in the hands of the American people. It's criminal that this drug has not been promoted to the American people. It's criminal that this drug is not in the hands of the adult performers that are performing every day. It's downright criminal. And people need to know about this. This needs to be told. This is something that needs to get out because it could save lives. It's a game changer. It's a fucking game changer. And that's Truvada. It's the Rob Black Show. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to talk about news that you can use with the beautiful and vivacious Katie Summers. So we're going to be right back in 2 minutes, just 2 minutes. I got a pee-pee. I do. I got a pee-pee. And pee-peeing is important to me. It really is. Pee-peeing is a natural function, and one must do to expel waste. And when you have waste, from drinking beverages and things of that nature, you need to expel waste. So, without further delay, listen to a little interview that I conducted a while ago. And it was involving a girl named Paris who used to work for us. And quite interesting and quite fascinating. And she was somebody that went to UC Santa Barbara. And I think she legitimately was there for about 5 years. Seriously. And I would say she would be the first college-educated porn star. So here's Paris for you, and we'll be right back. Yeah. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me.
Oh yeah, it's not medicine then.
Yeah, it's not medicine. All right, so what the hell have you been up to?
Just being a horror.
What besides?
Being a horror and being a student.
So like, you're still going to school? 'Cause you've been going to school now for like 8 years.
I know, going to school for something else.
I'm not even going to school now. I think you was going to school to make yourself feel like,
Smart.
yeah, like
And
so.
something else aside from
Yeah. So it's like, so you were like, all right, I'm a fucking 34. But I go to school. I'm working on a degree, and then it balances it out.
that is why I go to school. But the fact that like everybody, all the guys there are always 19 to 20.
I think you go to school when you're like 30, 40 years old.
And I'll still be hitting on the 19 to 20-year-old guys.
Now, how old are you? How old are you now? Like 20? Are you 20? Are you 25? Jesus Christ, you were like, I mean, you're still a baby, but you were really a baby when I first met you on the lawn
Oh yeah, I was 20.
after you sucked a black man's cock, and then you threw it up
On the grass.
on the grass and then you licked it back up. You were 20 years old then?
20.
20 years old.
That's when I was at Santa Barbara.
Yeah, that's when your schooling was over there. Now, what school do you go to now?
Orange Coast College.
Free Club, Santa Barbara College, to now Orange
Yeah, I
Coast.
used to go to UC Santa Barbara, and now I go to junior college.
What are you now majoring in?
It's fitness specialist, personal trainer.
The fuck is that? Is that just a classy way to fucking work cock out and you're like a trainer?
Yeah, I'm a personal trainer, but right now I have 2 clients. I just got certified. So my only 2 clients are guys I used to fuck.
But what do you
Now they pay me to work them out.
like? How do you work them out?
With weights.
Get the fuck out of here! You're so crazy. You still gotta be. I would still say the craziest girl I've ever known.
I know, I'm so crazy.
But
It's more dangerous because I'm crazy and strong now.
Yeah, and it's just you're just so much more not older because you're not old, but you did start when you were young, and it's been many years after, so it's just now it's kind of like you're more, I don't know, more experienced. You know what I mean? Like you're no longer like a rookie. You're more like a veteran. Like you.
I'm just more comfortable in my craziness.
You've gone through the whole cycle of the porn world, and now it's just kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know, it's like, yeah, okay, sure. And that's kind of cool. Now, you got a boyfriend?
Sort of.
What do you mean? You were with the boyfriend, now you're not with him no more?
Yeah, we're not together, but we'll be together on Christmas.
Wait, why? What happened now? What could possibly happen? Like, what could possibly happen when he knows that you do porn?
Nothing.
You know what I mean? Like, so what could possibly, if he's cool with you taking loads, like, what could actually happen to where you guys then aren't together?
Well, we live far apart. We've always lived far apart. We're not like moving close to each other, so we're together.
Doctor, are you ready? You got some juice?
All right, guys, we're back. I hope you enjoyed that interview. talk to Paris, and that gives you a little insight on the college mind of a porn girl. Alright, let's call Katie Summers this sexy motherfucker. And all of you that are on YouTube right now, switch. Jesus Christ! What did you pull the phone out of your asshole? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Rob Black. This is the Rob Black Show, and this is the point where those of you who watch us on YouTube need to switch over and put on therobblackshow.com and or adultfyi.com. Click over there now because you will just be watching me stare at my screen for the next hour if you do not do this. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for Katie Summers and the news that you can use. Take it away. Oh yeah, Katie Summers. So you were eating M&Ms. That's what you're saying. So you're eating M&Ms and you're doing the show. Jesus Christ, that's wrong. All right, well, give me some news, motherfucker. You're just crazy. Because I'm trying to decipher. I'm trying to decipher your comments. I'm trying to decipher your comments when you said today's a fun day. It's Armenian genocide. So, so wait a minute. So the Armenians are mad at Obama because why? Go tell. Oh, that's funny. All right. Well, fuck the Armenians. You are horrible, but it's all right. Give me some great news. Yeah! Well, he's just not he's not captive. That's what it means. You know what I mean? He's just not like captive. So he's all right. He's Well, I bet you he won't be going back to Ukraine. I mean, I bet you that was part of the deal without saying it. Like, I'm sure they said to him, "Hey, fuckface, we're gonna let you go and don't ever come back here. How's that?" And he went, "Okay." Trust me, he would be beyond stupid if all of a sudden next month he shows back up in Ukraine, because then they will kidnap him and they will make him go missing. So I highly doubt that that dude's gonna wind up back in Ukraine. Trust me, it ain't gonna happen, man. You got, once you learn your lesson. It's one of those things where you just learn your lesson, and you're like, that wasn't a good move. I'm not going to do that again. So yeah, so he's free, and he ain't going back. Trust me, he ain't going back. Again, if he went back, he would be pretty foolish. Yeah. Well, that's what they do. You know, that like I said, it's one of those things where they're like, all right, we're gonna free you, but don't fucking come back. Don't be a fucking asshole. Don't show up here again. And he ain't gonna, trust me. He ain't. That's like when you get when you're doing something reckless in your life, and when you're just doing something reckless. Rather you're a teenager and you're driving drunk, or you're just doing stupid shit, and you get away with doing stuff, and you don't get fucking hurt, or you don't get in trouble. And then fucking, it's kind of like that warning not to do it again, where you almost get in trouble by your mom and dad, or weird things like that. It's similar. It's very similar to what happened. It's like, hey, here's your one warning, don't do it again. So yeah, there you go. And if you don't heed the warning and actually goes back, then he's a fucking retard. Yeah, exactly. All right, well, good. Simon's free. All's good with the world. All hail the United States. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that was there was a period of time when that fat fuck was actually deaf or almost deaf, and he had to get surgery. Yeah, yes. That people don't remember, Rush Limbaugh actually had a thing that he went through where he was deaf for a while, and he had to have all these surgeries and all this stuff so he wouldn't be deaf and blah blah blah. So what's happened to him now? He had to get surgery again. But I'm giving people a fucking backstory. Oh, all right. That's pretty funny. So, fuck Nate. So Rush Limbaugh's ears are officially working now. He's cool. Okay, so he's all right. Big Rush is all right. Well, hey. All right, well, good. Rush is back. As long as he's back. Yeah, I like the disease stories are always good. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I can already tell this is not going to be good. No, I'm not saying it's not going to be good. meaning a good story, I'm saying it's not going to be good for whoever is the recipient of this horribleness. I can already tell. Baskin Robbins and the word disease and a guy breaking into Baskin Robbins, that's got horribleness written all over it. Okay. All right. Go on. So did she give him the money? Oh Jesus. Oh my God. That's really crooked left-handed. Are you sure her name wasn't Sally Draper? Don't give me AIDS. Go away. All right, give me another story. Can you get something that tops that? Yeah, you should have ended with that because we're all going to be waiting now to top that story, and I don't know if you could top that. It's that good. But didn't I tell you when you were doing the story that it just didn't sound good. Like Baskin-Robbins, disease, and a robber. It didn't sound like it was going to turn out to be very, very positive for whoever was involved. I did tell you that. It's like hypodermic needle, disease, Baskin-Robbins, not good. This is definitely not going to fucking turn out good. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. The shit eaters. What happens in Germany? Oh, you got dizzy. Jesus. Okay. So it's an app that is available in Germany, and you can get it on your phone, and it will find you a hooker in Germany. And if you want someone to shit on you, if you want someone to shysta on you, if you want someone to fucking do a little pee-pee on you, you get on your German app called Pepper, and lo and behold, you will find a shysta goddess. Where do I sign up for this? I got to go to Germany? I don't want to go to Germany. I just want the German girl to shit on me. Oh. All right. That's bullshit. But anyways, I'll comply. Yeah, but I don't think there. You gotta. I don't know where to find a girl like. It takes an American hooker to want to play with feces. You know, there's not a lot of American hookers that are down with feces. It's just not. It's more of a German thing. They also like fucking animals. No, you could get a. There's certain German things that I've seen where they fuck dogs. Oh, okay. I got you. Okay, that's good to know. So they don't want a brothel. They want this. This app is strictly for the private entrepreneuring hooker in Germany. I understand. Wow. Okay. Well, that's really neat. Oh Jesus. And that's because they don't like gays. Oh Jesus. And you know what's funny, real quick? Whenever people reference our forefathers, whenever anybody references and says, you know, our forefathers wouldn't have liked all these gays, it's like, well, our forefathers had fucking slaves. How do you, like, if they had slaves and they had no problem with that, and you're referencing that our forefathers didn't like gays, how do you reconcile in your mind that our forefathers had slaves and slavery is against the law today? Like, how do you process that information as a religious nut when you reference our forefathers and the principles they believed in would not have supported gays? It's like, but they supported fucking slavery, you fucking asshole. God, I hope they starve to death and fucking die. You know, you would think that, but I think as long as you have states like fucking Georgia that are promoting people to have guns in fucking schools and airports, I don't think those inbred motherfuckers are ever going to be cool with a same-sex marriage. Seriously, I really don't think so. So I know what you're saying, but it's going to take, it might take another 10 years for places like Georgia to get same-sex marriage, because you need those inbred hillbillies that believe that you can take a gun into an airport and it's, like, you know, completely safe, and our forefathers would have wanted it that way. It's going to take those people to fucking die in, like, mudslides and shit, and their offspring, who are a little bit more intelligent than them, to kind of grow up and get in charge of making decisions in Georgia or Missouri and places like that, to where they're like, dude, let the fucking gays marry. Who fucking cares? So I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, hon. So. They're nuts. They really are nuts. It just. Well, I don't think he's a saint yet, but he's close. He did 2. They've done 2. Don't you got to do 3? Or maybe. I don't know, but I don't know if he's officially a saint yet. I think he's got, there needs to be one more miracle performed, and then he can officially be a saint. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I guess that's the I guess that's God doing I guess that's God doing his his work. I guess that's God doing, you know, there's got to be a reason that the Lord Jesus Christ would have a giant cross that was there to memorialize a pope fall and kill a motherfucker. I'm being facetious, just because I would say, well, that doesn't seem too godly. You would think out of everything that is out there when it comes to accidents, that a goddamn crucifix dropping on somebody that's supposed to be there in a memorial to a pope wouldn't do that in a freak accident. But the people, I guess, would probably say that it was God's will. But come on, you got to admit that's pretty fucking funny, that something that is supposed to be you know, very godly and very heavenly and very religious would fall and kill people. Very, very funny. Yeah, the neo-Nazi guy, the guy the guy who was part of the Ku Klux Klan, and that was screaming about you know the fucking the Jews and the blacks, and there was a white guy that actually had websites, and he actually ran for Senate or Congress. He ran or governor. He ran for something. Like the guy who actually had a political movement where wacky other inbred racist assholes followed him. So yes, I know that guy. Well, I don't know him. Like, he's not my friend. He's not my buddy. We don't hang out. But I know the person that you're talking about. Wait a minute. What did he? Say it again. A black male prostitute. What was he fucking him? Oh, Jesus. That's horrible. Wow. Fucking bizarre. Fucking bizarre. Fucking bizarre. Oh, well, trust me. This guy has gotten support from. He gets support from people. Trust me. He's from an area of fucking hillbillies that again, the guy wouldn't be running for office and doing these types of things if people didn't actually support him. So, trust me, this fucking guy has got he's got support. So trust me, a lot of these people have kept his ass out of fucking jail. And if you think he's being treated like an asshole while he's in prison. He ain't. And when he goes to prison, people aren't gonna fucking do nothing to him. It's not like he's gonna fucking. It's not like he's gonna be beaten up or anything. He'll be revealed as he'll be a star when he goes to prison. You'll have people trust me. You'll have people that will talk to him and go, "Good for you. You killed a bunch of Jews." Trust me. This guy's not going to have a problem living the rest of his life in prison. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Guy like that, they're dangerous. Those people. Yeah. Anthony, you're fucking retarded. Alright, give me something else, tard. What is it called? Yes, I've heard of that show on TLC. Sex sent me to the ER. Give it to me. Give me something completely retarded. Fuck you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, if any of you are watching on YouTube, Katie Summers just reported that a legless lizard crawled up a man's dick hole and he had to go to the hospital. That is crazy. So, alright, so what happened then? Don't leave us fucking hanging. Oh my God. That's crazy. I think that's the same type of person that the stories you hear of people who put gerbils up their assholes. You did an enema and you have a hole in your enema, or you have a hole in your asshole? Oh, you need a new enema. Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. Oh my. Oh my. Okay. Like, so yeah, like. Mm-hmm. I would have to agree with some people that would say that the abortion posters are a little extreme. And I'm Mr. Fucking, if you want to fucking have an abortion, go have an abortion. But I would even have to agree that having pictures with like coat hangers and stuff is pretty fucked up. Because I'm not for a girl taking a coat hanger and mutilating herself and hurting herself and possibly dying. I think that's horrible. and we fought for rights for women not to have to do that. So it's kind of silly to make, you know, posters that show women doing that. So I got to agree with some people that are pro-choice to even say, that's a little too extreme, even for our taste. Which was you. I don't know. I'm fucking around. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Oh man. All right, give me one more thing. We're at 3:12 already. Give me one more thing. You got it. Oh my, oh my, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow, that hasn't happened in a while. Like our American soldiers dying. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Yeah. Yeah, that's fucked up. Alright. So what else? Is that it? Is that all you got? Alright, baby girl. Great newscast today. Oh my God. And we will talk to you later. And as always, you are exceptionally awesome. Au revoir. Goodbye. Alright, guys, that was it. That was the news that we could use today. That was pretty good. Fucking Katie. She'll do that. She'll just do that shit at night. It'll be like 2 in the morning, and I'll randomly say, hey, could you go grab me that? And I'll hear, do you want that like now? I'll be like, oh man, I got fucking Sally Draper over here. If those of you who don't know who Sally Draper is, she's the little girl. Well, she's not really little anymore, but she's in Mad Men. And if you watch Mad Men, she plays Don Draper's daughter. And she's now at a prep school, and I think she's 17, but she talks like that. And so Katie does the Sally Draper voice. Now, practically every day, and not just for the show, but she talks like that in person when we're getting dinner or something, and we'll be sitting there, and I'll be like, what do you want to eat? And without a beat, she'll go, I'm thinking about sushi. It's crazy. Anyways, it's the Rob Black Show. We're signing out of here. It's 3:16. It's time to call it a day. We had a great show. Feeling good. Had a lot of interesting tidbits. We didn't get a chance to get to some of my Mike South conversation, but we got tonight because let me throw this out to you guys, and I gotta have you go there. If you and just we'll part on this and we'll talk about it more, but it just shows that Mike South literally has 3 people that support him, which are lunatic, fringe, psychotic nut jobs. And anything Mike South says, it's just like Fox News. Fox News says something, and all of the listeners of Fox News echo and repeat the same gibberish. So Mike South made a post today about the Crush videos and referenced basically us attacking him. And he actually felt that he had to try to defend himself and backpedal because he looked incredibly stupid. And so a commenter that posts on Mike South's site, and I'm surprised they actually got through, busted his balls and said, hey Mike, well, this is special. Just tell us something, Mr. Mike. How did you get away with taking a gun to school in Georgia to shoot and eat squirrels for dinner? And when he took the gun to school, that is the most interesting part of the story. And Mike South responds, I went to school in a rural area of Georgia. It wasn't even uncommon. The bullet stayed in my pocket with my pocket knife, and the gun went unloaded into the coat closet. This would have been 1965 back then. It wasn't a big deal. Today, it'd make national headlines. And Mike is wrong because in 1965 in Georgia was at the height of civil rights, and it was at the height of the people in Georgia lynching black people. So I don't know where this fucking hillbilly was going to school, where him and his schoolmates were just bringing fucking guns to class. Must have been the same school where they were lynching black people. So if that's the case, no problem. But it goes to what I was saying, that he's an ignorant hillbilly. He's a moron. He's a racist. And anything he says literally are nothing but lies and bullshit. So then this poster responded and said, sounds good to me. Again, Mike, it's 2014, and you're not walking down the street in North Hollywood on Lancashire Boulevard pointing that rifle at through the window, through Rob Black's window while he's doing his internet show, and you're threatening anybody. By the way, how did your family like eating those squirrels, Mike? Like beef jerky? Gotta laugh about that. It's this character that posts on Mike South's site called Rico Marin. Very funny. So this is where it gets incredibly entertaining by the Mike South Legion of Ignorant Morons. Because no matter what he says, it's just like Fox News. He's got these 3 lunatic fringe writers that post and defend him on everything he says. Literally, they defend him on everything he says. So this character called Lacey Blake, which I know it's not, I know this person is not who they say they are, but their character is a home wife, a woman who is a wife to a Hollywood stuntman, and her father-in-law is a stuntman, and she has nothing to do with the business, except she likes to post over 200 times on a porn blog because she's fat, lonely, and desperate for attention, and this is the only way she can achieve it. So she actually posts and defends Mike South, but she misses the whole point, and basically, just like a Fox News listener, jumps over the issue and talks about something that is nothing to do with what is attacking Mike South about. So listen, she posts, "It always seems funny that people don't understand other cultures and their respective cuisines. Humans eat almost every animal you can imagine somewhere on Earth." Okay. We're not talking about fucking Earth or cultures. If this woman is this ignorant to believe that Mike South is part of some indigenous tribe that doesn't have a name and they just are known as a sound, that's what, hi, my name is South. And his culture, which is what? Living in fucking Georgia? What culture is it? It's fucking part of the United States of America. What culture? So now she goes, seriously, everything from chicken to beef, and then alligator, rabbit, turtle, squirrels, octopus, sushi, venison, insects, or even scorpions and frogs. Monkey brains are considered a delicacy. Really? Monkey brains? Where? In fucking Asia? Nobody in the United States of America eats monkey brains, okay? So why would one of Fox News, Mike South listeners bring up monkey brains in a debate that Mike South in 2nd grade took a rifle to class every day so he could hunt squirrels because his ma and pa were too ignorant, stupid, and incompetent to actually have real food to put on the table for a growing schoolboy. Instead, Mike South had to hunt squirrel. How does this blog post that Mike South reveals to everybody how he's an ignorant fucking inbred moron that one of his listeners throws out, people eat monkey brains? Yeah, in another fucking country, and even then it's fucking prohibited, and you have to fucking look in the deep parts of the fucking areas of those countries where people eat monkey brains. Because why? Because fucking ABC News and NBC News do exposés where they travel overseas and go, excuse us, you can't do that. Hey, you Japs, you can't kill dolphins. Hey, guess what? So, once again, a Fox News Mike South listener is trying to defend him by throwing in people in Southeast Asia eating monkey brains. And somehow that is the same as an American named Mike South in 2nd grade taking his gun to school every day, shooting squirrels so him and his family could have something to eat for dinner. Because his mom and pa were too ignorant, stupid, and competent to actually get food at other places and have a meal for the family. There you go. That is Lacey Hooper. You know, Hooper, the Hollywood stuntman from the movie with Burt Reynolds. That's this girl or guy or whoever this ignorant motherfucker is that posts on Mike's South Side. And once again, it just shows you these people are so fucking stupid that if Mike South says the sky is red and the entire world says no it's not, he's got 3 or 4 people that go, yeah, it's red. Yeah, it's red. It's all red. Well, Mike South says it's true. This moron. Fried tarantulas are sold by the pound in parts of Asia. We're not talking about Asia, Lacey Blake. Talking about Georgia. Okay, asshole? Talking about Georgia and the United States of America. If a bunch of gooks want to fucking eat tarantulas, God bless them. We're not talking about Asians, you fucking asshole. Testicles, hearts, and brains, you name it. Someone has eaten it. You're fucking right. But we're not talking about them. We're talking about ignorant, stupid hillbilly Mike South who has to hunt squirrel so Ma and Pa can feed the family when he's in 2nd grade. You get that, Lacey Blake? You ought to shut your fucking mouth and know your fucking role, which is an ignorant cunt who needs to spend some time with your husband and your father-in-law, but they won't spend time with you because they don't love you. That's why you sit and post on a message board so you can get some of that attention and love because nobody else wants to give it to you because you're fucking stupid. Do you get that, you ignorant cunt? I once ate alligator sausage without realizing it was alligator sausage. To be honest, it tastes exactly the same as regular sausage. Frog legs taste almost like chicken. Another person, then go eat chicken, asshole. I personally couldn't eat most of it, but I can understand how it provides essential nutrients the same way as chicken or beef does, or eggs or milk. The list is endless. All right, well, hey, Lacey, or whoever you are, if we were talking about a gook, if we were talking about some indigenous tribe in Africa, I'm all for your little post. But we're talking about hillbilly Mike South. Talking about him equating killing pets for sexual gratification, for killing his girlfriend's cat with a fucking gun blast to the head, and taking his gun to school every day in 2nd grade, so on his way home he can hunt squirrels to bring home to Ma and Pa to eat. That's what we're talking about, asshole. Not gooks eating monkey brains. So why don't you try again to defend your hero of the ignorant and stupid. And again, Lacey, or whoever you are, why don't you go spend some time with your family, you stupid, lonely, fat cunt, okay? It'll do you some good, asshole. It's the Rob Black Show. We're out of here. We'll talk more about these ignorant fucks. Because trust me, Mike South is going to keep trying to spin his way out of the fact that he's an ignorant, inbred, asshole hillbilly who defended murdering and killing and dismembering animals for sexual gratification and putting a bullet in the back of his cat's head. Okay? And as Mike South says, most people got my article, but it was a few morons, and in some cases people who didn't read it took away from it that I shot my girlfriend's cat. But you did, asshole. You did. You talked about shooting your girlfriend's cat. What morons didn't read it properly, Mike South, you asshole? You talked about taking this cat who had leukemia, who was a cool cat, who was a cool dude, and what didn't you write that we took away from your post as being inaccurate? You talked in a huge paragraph about taking this cat, putting it in a basket, giving it tuning a lick, and then putting a bullet in its fucking head. Again, what did we not read properly, you ignorant, hillbilly, backpedaling fuckstick? Sorry. And take Lacey Blake. But Mike South, why did you take Lacey Blake and put a bullet in the back of her fucking head? Because she's as ignorant, as stupid as the squirrels that you hunted so you could feed your fucking family. Because your mommy and daddy were too stupid and too ignorant to actually provide for you, asshole. It's the Rob Black Show. Exposing these pieces of shit one show at a time. We'll see you guys tonight back here at 8 p.m. Yes, we'll see you guys back here at 8 p.m. And always, don't forget, we are the #1 radio show, the #1 TV show, the #1 every fucking show that is going on today. We're on Roku, we're on we're everywhere. That's what we are. We are the most talked about program, the most watched program. God damn it, everybody reads and listens to the Rob Black Show. So we'll see you guys tonight at 8 p.m. And don't forget, these people are all nuts. These people are inbred hillbillies. And you can never trust a Republican. And you can never trust a Republican from fucking Georgia. We'll see you guys tonight here on the Rob Black Show. Take it away, Angel of Death. This is my stronger arm. This one's the one that looks better. Oh, yeah!